What is going on, everyone? My name is UnderTheRadar, and welcome back to the BBL. I'm doing the team builder in a separate video because I can finally do live comms. I got my internet fixed. I'm so excited, and I have a massive pimple because I'm stressed out about college. But fuck it, dude. So, this week we are going up against Garchomp the God and the Lawrence Talonflames. This will be one of two times I'm going to be playing him. I'm playing him in BBL, and then I play him in APA a couple weeks from now. So that's pretty cool. At least I'm pretty sure I play him. Either way, super excited for this team. His team is so threatening. So threatening. Reshiram, Ash Greninja, Mega Diancie, Excadrill, Serena, Jolteon, Araquanid, Licky, Staraptor, and Hippopotas. So, breaking this team down, Mega Diancie's not coming. If Mega Diancie comes, I'm going to question about his sanity. It can't break through P2. It can't break through the likes of Manaphy. It really struggles to break through Necrozma unless it's like Calm Mind, but then I can have Smart Strike, and most importantly, I have Adaptability Bullet Punch. All I need to do is make sure it doesn't have a sub up and it dies to one hit from my Mega Lucario, and I feel like you wouldn't do that. Reshiram, I feel like, has to come. It has a pretty good matchup. I feel like Ash Greninja has to come. So Reshiram, Ash Gren. I feel like Serena has to come as well. Actually, Serena might not even come. It's really hard. His team is really hard to predict versus mine. Excadrill, Araquanid is what I'm hoping comes. I'm hoping Serena comes. I'm hoping Staraptor comes, or I'm hoping Hippopotas comes. I'd be okay with Licky too. I'd be okay with Licky. I think I can deal with Licky pretty well, but again, Mega Lucario. His team is very weak to Mega Lucario. Very weak to Mega Lucario. So because of that, I'm having to build with a win con that is not Mega Lucario, because he's going to prep so hard for it that I'm hoping he forgets about other things that I can bring that are also massive threats versus him. So let's go ahead and we will hop right into the team builder. This is how I want to win the entire game. I want to win this game because it sets up on Excadrill, Serena, Araquanid, Licky, Staraptor, Hippopotas. That is what I want. Staraptor, it doesn't set up on the easiest, but it does set up on it nonetheless, especially if it is like Choice Scarfed, because I can just roost up on it at -1. It does 49% exactly. So if it's Choice Scarf, jolly. So because of that, I feel as though it's pretty easy for me to set up on it. So that's pretty cool. Big win con. If I get up 2 Dragon Dances, the game's over. That's the basic gist of this. If I get up 2 Dragon Dances and he doesn't have Roar on Hippopotas, the game's over. So big win con. Defense is exactly to where Life Orbed Rock Slide from Excadrill does not 2-hit KO me after Stealth Rocks with Intimidate. So that's really lit. Araquanid does never any damage to me. Even Ice Beam doesn't do a whole lot to me. Like I think it doesn't 2-shot me, but I think it does after Rock. So yeah, Serena doesn't do anything to me, even if it has Play Rough. I'm not worried about it. This thing is such a massive threat versus his whole team that if this thing doesn't get at least 2 kills, I'm going to be surprised, and I'm going to be shocked as to what else could get the kills. So we wanted, and by we, I mean me, nobody else helped me build this week, which is pretty cool. I did do a couple of mocks, which was nice, but I didn't really like seek out any advice. I just kind of saw what happened, and then I built accordingly as to what happened. I wanted a Stealth Rocker. I also wanted something that could ensure put pressure on Excadrill if it got too out of hand and I lost my Salamence. That's the name of that thing. And I also wanted something that could potentially deal with Reshiram if it's like already dropped a Draco. I wanted something that could hit it really hard with Earthquake. I also wanted something that could take a hit from Mega Diancie early game and lead off with it. It's kind of where the goal was. So, hold on, my opponent just messaged me. I am recording the team builder now, so I can go right after that if you want. Lit. Okay, but yeah, this Pokemon literally is there just to be another physical wall. It can help out with Staraptor. Staraptor is the main thing that this is for, but also to be a Stealth Rocker and a very reliable one. We then have leftovers Lantern. This thing is there because it helps take on Diancie, but the biggest thing that it helps take on is Choice Specs Ash Greninja. As long as this thing alive, Ash Greninja will never happen. It will never get its Ash form, and it will be stuck as regular Greninja, and most importantly, I think he's going to be Choice Scarfed Greninja. I think Choice Scarfed Greninja makes a lot of sense versus my team to deal with things like Scarfed Whimsicott, which has a really good matchup versus him. It hits a lot of his team really, really hard. It also is able to hit +1 Ments if I'm like Jolly. So I think that's a pretty big deal for him. So very, 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 very reliable Pokemon versus my opponent, and I really like it. We then have another special wall on the team because Reshiram Mega Diancie is very, very hard for me to switch into, and this thing takes on most of his physical walls anyway, so I don't really care. However, I'm running Trace. Trace is super important because Tri-Attack, Foul Play, Discharge. If he brings Mega Diancie, it is one of his few Stealth Rockers aside from Excadrill and Hippopotas. Excadrill he's not going to run Stealth Rocks on. Hippopotas is the only one. If he brings Mega Diancie, this is going to be my initial switch into Mega Diancie. It prevents him from going for Stealth Rocks, Toxic, and a bunch of other really cool stuff that he could go for, and I can hit it back with a Discharge and do a good amount of damage to it. And it, like I said, as long as I have it a little bit weakened and I prevent it from having a sub up, this thing just comes in and it claims a kill every single time. So we have SD, Close Combat, Extreme Speed, Bullet Punch. Close Combat is the only attack that I need. Close Combat's Reshiram. At +2 with this investment, I Oko Ashgren after Rocks. With this investment, I Oko Mega Diancie. With this investment, I Oko Excadrill after Rocks. With this investment, I Oko Serena with Close Combat at +2. Jolteon dies to Extreme Speed. Araquanid, I need to get a lot of chip damage off because at +2, I do not Oko it. I do like 60%. It is super, super important for me to get some damage off. Licky Licky dies, and Staraptor also dies after Stealth Rocks, and Hippopotas is fat. It can take 1 Close Combat at +2, but it doesn't want to take it. It takes a metric shit ton from that Close Combat. So this thing is a massive win con. The big problem with this Pokemon, I don't see much that I can set up a Close Combat on, because Reshiram hits like Blue Flare or whatever the fuck that move is. Ashgren hits me with a Hydro Pump. Mega Diancie hits me with a Moonblast. Excadrill hits me with an Earthquake. Serena hits me with a High Jump Kick. Jolteon Thunderbolts me. Araquanid liquidates me. Licky Licky is the only thing that I can possibly set up on. Staraptor, Brave Birds, Hippopotas, Earthquakes. So Swords Dance is going to be very, very hard for me to get up. However, if I weaken his whole team, this thing can still just come in, click Close Combat, and claim a kill. And late game, E-Speed plus Bullet Punch does a lot of damage versus my opponent's team. So I definitely think that Adamant SD Lucario is really good. There's just not another move that I need over Swords Dance. I don't need Meteor Mash. It just doesn't help me at all. I could go Stone Edge. I don't want to miss. I could go Rock Slide, but I think actually... Hold on, let's see something. I think Close Combat does more to Araquanid. Oh, no, it doesn't. No matter what, it's a 2-hit KO. So it's not really like it matters all that much. So, again, SD is in case I see an opportunity like a Choice Scarfed Excadrill that's locked into Iron Head. I can set up an SD on that. And, like, it just does so much damage to his whole team. Staraptor locked into Double Edge. There's a bunch of things, like certain scenarios, but this thing still just drops in and gets a kill. Again, the problem with this team is that I dislike is I don't have that much pivoting. I have Volt Switch on just my Lantern. Luckily, his ground types can't really come in on it, but his Jolteon could. But I'm also okay. I'm going to go back to these two here in just a second because these two effectively wall everything on his entire special side. So this Necrozma set, I EV'd it in a very specific way for it to just nuke everything. Modest 20 investment allows me to beat down pretty much everything. Ashgren, Mega Diancie, Excadrill, Serena, Jolteon, and Staraptor all die after Stealth Rocks, I think. it does a lot of damage. Like, it's just very, 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 very good coverage. And as a physical wall, the only thing that I would really need to switch this into is like Staraptor, but I have these two. So it's more so just, what can this thing be fat enough to kill and take something else out? That's basically all this was for. So another reason why I'm running Trace on this is so I can trace Jolteon's Volt Absorb. Also, you guys can see I always wear this one off my ear because otherwise I can't hear myself and I feel like I'm talking a lot louder. So I just always just do this. Trace is there because it can help me do a lot of different things. It can help me take like Water Bubble from Araquanid, which means that I wouldn't get scalded from Ash Gren. Like I wouldn't get scald burnt. I can take Terravolt from Reshiram, meaning that Araquanid could get burnt from Tri-Attack or paralyzed or something like that. I take Magic Bounce from Mega Diancie. I take, what was the other one that I had in mind? I take Intimidate from Staraptor. If he wanted to be like cheeky and bring like a bulky Staraptor with like Feather Dance and Roost, I take Intimidate from that thing and I can actually pressure it even harder. So, I really, really thought about this specifically because then the only thing that I don't really want to switch into is Ash Greninja, which means he can't spam water type moves against me because I have a Water Absorb, meaning he can only spam Dark Pulse. And let's say he spams Dark Pulse and he's choice locked into it. This thing tanks 2 Dark Pulses. And I'm running Justified before I Mega Evolve. At least I'm like 99% positive I am. If not, I'm going to have to go change that real quick before the game. But that means that this switches into Ash Gran 100% of the time. So this team was, or no, oh, also this doesn't Oko Reshiram after Stealth Rocks, I don't think. I think it does like 70% min, so a lot. Either way, really, really good team, really solid build this week, I think. I really like went hard on the paint with some of this stuff and what I was prepping for. This being Adamant could come back to bite me in the ass if he's like banded Staraptor and I need to like kill it with something. Because I don't think it does that much to Staraptor. Let's see. Yeah, it does 43.7%. So I need it to be like really, really weak in order for me to be able to pressure it with that. But either way, I think that this team is really, really cool. I like it a lot. I outspeed max speed Reshiram with this thing. There's just not a whole lot that I find wrong with this team. I'm really looking forward to it. This is the game to find out if we get into playoffs. If I win this game, I have a very solid chance of making playoffs. If we lose, I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting because there is a chance. I can have 5 losses. Right now I have 4. I came into this league with 4 losses. I want to leave the league with 4 losses. So I'm really excited for this game. I hope you guys are too. If you are, please make sure to leave a like down below for me. Also, make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the team. If you're excited that live comms and team builders are back in separate videos. Let me know if you're just excited that I'm back in general. I'm so happy to be back. I love Mons right now. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.